And as with most things done as teens, we did too much too soon. And when Justin bravely tried to take things further, whilst sitting on a rock one fateful night, I guess I'm attracted to you. My inner bully quelled our queer pleasure, like a first responder to a disaster. I had an emotional breakdown. Fail. I was sent home. Double fail. Justin was advised not to talk to me by the dean, and so he didn't. Triple axel fail. It would be 6 years before we'd speak again. Make room to be wrong. Being wrong opens the door to unforeseen possibilities. Being wrong is the reason my husband and I are together in the first place. In 1999, when my younger brother Mike told me there was a cast member on The Real World who had gone to Simon's Rock who was really smart, funny, and gay, I got excited. You see, I had already put an intention into the universe to reunite with Justin months before. I had been watching Tom Stoppard's award-winning play, The Invention of Love, in London with my scholarly friend Dinah. I slept through most of it. Dinah never lets me forget. But awoke for a pivotal scene. The protagonist, a university student at this point in the play, expresses romantic love for his male best friend, and he's rejected. The language is penetrating, and it colonized my dreams. 1 year later, I performed the very scene at my acting MFA recital with Justin in the audience, by then my boyfriend, hearing me say the line, "You're half my life." It was indeed Justin on The Real World, of course. I hadn't watched the show since the 1992 season with AIDS activist Pedro Zamora, a standard of television the producers have yet to even approximate again. Justin's season in Hawaii was the first to get all-naked co-ed hot tub party, which is all that remains of the franchise these days. It should now be called the Real Drunk Hot Tubbers of Insert City. Nevertheless, I watched his season faithfully every week. He was much cooler, self-assured, and stylish than I remembered, but it was the whip-smart, campy humor, and even more so the melancholic, no-one-understands-me sort of vibe that pulled me to him. I mean, to the television. We were the two characters from the Stoppard play, he and I, but in a way, we were also both the protagonist, both having lived through palpable but often silent abjection, which made my desire to connect to him that much deeper. During one episode, a TV roommate asked Justin, "Why don't you talk to us more?" To which he replied, "Remember that school I went to when I was 16? Well, there was this guy. His parents took him out of school. The women I was watching with erupted in shrieks and screams, and I joined them." At the end of the episode, I asked my girlfriends for advice, as it was clear to me that I was the guy Justin had referenced. "You should write him a letter," my friend Joy said. And so I did. He called me late one night. I was alone, watching him and his roommates travel through India. Both on the phone and the TV, his voice was in two places at once. We were in two places at once. The world of 22 and the world of 16. We talked all night, and every night thereafter. It was a sunny afternoon in Boston Common, about 6 months into our relationship. We were sitting on a bench. Justin turned around to look at something behind us. He pointed and said, "Doesn't that look like Ellen DeGeneres?" Now, I was incredulous. You see, Justin was going through this phase where he'd spot iconic lesbians with regularity. I mean, he had seen Martina Navratilova only the week before, in a deli in Providence, and Melissa Etheridge the week before that, on a Bonanza bus. But this time, he was right. It was Ellen. She was playing Frisbee with Anne Heche and a film crew on the lawn behind us. They were as validating a famous queer couple as we had in 1999. Or more crucially, that's what I dreamed them to be. That was before we learned Anne was part alien. What a perfect moment to discuss the trigger of our own romance. I said something like, "Remember when you were talking about me on TV?" Pause. You know, about how you came on to me and how I left school. Double pause. He replied, I wasn't talking about you. Oof. Narcissism interrupted. My friend Joy, the one who told me to write the letter, puts it best. Joy officiated our wedding, and during the ceremony, she told our creation story. She explained that Justin was not talking about me on the show. And also, that he was.